Men do not want slutty women.
You know what I think? I think you just don't like women that have enough experience to judge you. And how do you classify slut? Because personally, I think you just call women that so you feel better about objectifying them. I mean, you're always talking about women being loose, but maybe they're not too big and you're just too small. And if I've learned anything, it's that the word slut very rarely has something to do with a person's previous sexual history and everything to do with discrediting a woman's character. But you use it to make independence and choice seem like undesirable traits, and only because women are more difficult to manipulate when they're not relying solely on you for their validation. And if men really don't like slutty women, then why did you have to make an entire video telling men why they should stay away from them? Why do you pressure women into saying yes after they've already said no? And why do you teach men how to catch women but shame the women that have allowed themselves to be caught? Because you operate off of double standards and nonsense, but only to cover up the fact that women are something you want to possess and competition is something that you can't handle.
When you don't let people disrespect you, they will start calling you difficult. But I'd rather be hard to deal with and easy to manipulate.
You don't always have to meet fire with fire. Sometimes people have an opinion about you before they even get a chance to know you. But that's okay. Allow them to talk. Allow them to think, say, and do whatever they want about you. Let them clowns play in that circus. It's not your job to change everybody's opinion about you. But if you sit around worried about what Bubba and Doink the Clown are saying and doing, you could be knocking your own blessings.
Pisces and CROSSWATCHERS. Welcome back to my channel. Let me get chopstick. For the ones that are new, welcome to Pisces Dimension. Like, share, and subscribe so all your friends can find out what is good. Pisces, you have the devil. Ooh. And he's talking about shadow self, attachments, addiction, restrictions, sexuality, temptation, seduction, destructive behavior, materialism, codependency, and toxicity. The number 15 is standing for 15 reduces to 6. The number 6 is about responsibility and harmony. Piscean. You know, I like when I read the card and I'm like, you know, trying to hear what spirit wants to tell me about the card. But when I grab it and it's like, wow, I'm like, okay, that was easy. Pisces. Piscean. The holidays are here, and it's I'm not saying you are suicidal, but you have like a sense of depression. It could be because you're not in good terms with your family is not around, you lost somebody not too long ago. I'm telling you, you know, somebody passed away not too long ago. So, you know, that sense of sadness and self-worth that you lacking of, shadow self right here. I'm gonna try not to forget Pisces, okay? I'm gonna put in the description down below. I seen it so many times that I hope I get to find it. It's a book about shadow self, how to work with your shadow self, you know. Not everybody knows how to work with this. Not everybody is aware of this. I mean, you know, there's a lot of things that once we finish high school we are not aware of, and if they will have taught us those things in high school, we will have lived a better life as a grown adults. But Pisces, I'm gonna leave that in the description down below, because it sounds like the Piscean that is gonna resonate with this card needs it, and you need it, Pisces. Pisces, it doesn't matter if people that you dearly love, like adult kids, adult siblings, it could be young siblings, it could be young children, it could be your spouse, it could be your parents, your grandparents. Pisces, I don't know. There is some sense of you not seeing your worth because of all this, you know, pressure, all this mental abuse. Let's just say it the way it is. Mental abuse from whoever the case may be, Pisces. You know, you have these parents that they have favorite child, and you know, maybe they didn't invite you this year, Pisces. I don't know. I don't know. I can tell you I had to work with my shadow self. I had. And if, you know, it took a lot of work for your girl right here to be the way that it is today, Pisces. It takes a lot of work because I didn't do it with a book, but I will buy the book, you know, just for curiosity, number one, and number two, if I need to work on something else that I'm not aware of, plow, there it is, you know. But the first step, Pisces, is you acknowledging that you need to work on yourself somehow, some way, Pisces. You know, maybe you are in a transition for sobriety. You know, maybe these unfortunate events, because it's unfortunate, the mental abuse, the psychological abuse, especially from a fucking parent. You know how your parent, it should be unconditional love. When you go to church and we're talking about Jesus and God, He's our Father. He has unconditional love for us. It should be the same way with parents. But you know, it doesn't happen that way, Pisces. And stop blaming yourself. Stop blaming yourself for these shitty ass people that you have in your family. It's not your fault that they're shitty, you know, but they definitely see something in you that is extraordinary, that they will never acquire in their life, in this lifetime, in other lifetimes, Pisces. And they have to make you feel less than what you are. These are mentally sick fucks. I don't care if it's your mother, I don't care if it's your father, I don't care if it's your own child, your own adult child. It's sickening. You wanting to make someone else feel less than what they are, making them feel like shit because you enjoy it, it is sick in the fucking head. And you know, unfortunately, there is no therapy or pill to restore that rotten soul. So Pisces is not, you know, that's gonna be my homework, Pisces, to look for that link so I can include it, because My chest is like tight. Just talking about it. You know, I can feel it. I can feel your tightness. I can feel your sadness. You know? Especially because I've been there, Pisces. I've been there, done that. You know, I never wanted to kill myself. But it got depressing. That's one of my adult kids, Pisces. Hold on. Hi, baby.
Hey, I'm on my way back to the house to go get some things because I'm gonna stay out of there for the weekend. 'Cause I'm getting the fuck out of debt. Yet last night we had a big argument. He just fucking said this to me that your grandma can't wait to fucking die because of how you are right now.
Ay, puñeta, mamá bicho, cabrón.
One person who ate a bowl of fucking stupid. Like, it's Friday. Let me just get to the weekend, okay?
I'm like, excuse me? So you're saying it's my fucking fault when she fucking died? It's gonna be your fucking fault when she fucking dies, not fucking me! It's of the stress that I give her because of you! So it's gonna be your fucking fault! And I shut it down with tears and was crying after Grandma saying that to me. I can't wait to die because of how you are with your father and everything like that. I can't take this shit anymore. When they walked out of the room, I was in tears and stuff like that and crying right away.
What a fucking bitch. You know what?
And guess what?
You know,
Guess
you
what?
just stay
Guess
quiet.
what? Guess what? Not fucking make me look bad to the fucking family that I'm blamed for her death.
So he teases you. You go to her, and then he says his version because he doesn't want to say the truth of him picking on you. I am so sick of him. I am so sick of him, Sabi.
I'm sick of him too. And if anything, it's gonna be his fault when Grandma dies, not me. Am I right or wrong, Mom? Is it gonna be my fault or his fault when she dies?
Nobody's fault. She's old as fuck, and she's gonna die someday. How old is she?
Around her 70s, but I don't fucking know clearly how old she is. But listen to me. The stress that you give an old lady, it's killing them. And if I be like this, it's because of him.
Papi,
It's gonna be his fucking fault, Mom. If she dies right away of how stressed out she is. Not my fault. His fault.
I'm so sorry that you're going through that right now. Okay? The kids are not here. You want to stay in Nelly's room?
No, Mom, I'm good. I'm sorry, but I'm good. I already have someone that's gonna stay at my Nicholas' house.
Okay.
I swear to fucking God, if my grandmother is fucking dead, he better get the fuck away from me.
Papi, she's not gonna die because of you.
No, it's gonna be because of him. Not because of me, because of him.
It's because she's old, but she should have never used those words. I cannot wait to die because of your shit. She needs to understand that your father is a fucking instigator.
I know how sometimes this lady aggravates me and annoys the fuck out of me, but you know me, Mom. You know me, I will not do anything to kill
I know,
her.
Papi. I know.
I am not no piece of shit who's gonna kill elderly. No, you know me, Mom. And you know it's not gonna be my fault when she dies.
I know, and if anybody tries to accuse you, Sabi, you can take him to court for slander.
It's gonna be Dad is the one who take to court for slander. Everybody else in the family don't need to go to court but him.
Papi, are you gonna make it?
Yes, I am.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I just was like going for like a walk or something. it's like a long ass walk and shit, and I was gonna take the bus, but I just want to get to, like, that's unacceptable. He's gonna fucking kill her. And you better get the fuck away from me. I'm telling you, if she fucking dies. Oh.
Papi, if something happens to your grandma, that means that she, you know, she's old. But you know what? This is what she gets. This is what she gets, Sabi. For all the shit that she put me through, for her to have you, for her to manage your money, this is what she gets.
I'm still gonna miss her, though, no matter what.
I know. I know you're gonna miss her. I'm not gonna miss her. But I know you do. But Sabi,
You just better get the fuck away from me.
she's not a good person. She could be your lovely grandmother, but she's not a good person. The things that she did is not a good person. And you know what? If I was her, I would not want to be excited for me to die, because her judgment day will be right then. And if you mess around with any mother, any good mother, and her children, I'm not gonna feel sorry about her. I'm not gonna feel sorry for her. She deserves every single bit of her sentence in Judgment Day. But Sabi,
But just don't say it too much, because you're gonna upset me, Mom.
I know. I don't usually say it, but you know what, Sabi? The fact that she said that yesterday, you know, messing with your head, knowing that, you know, you're not retarded, but you're mild autistic. You are still a disabled person. And that's no way to be talking to a disabled person. What you're going through, you can go and get a restraining order against your father. And yes, you guys live in the same place, but he will be ordered to stop messing with you. He'll be ordered to stop messing with you. And Sabi, as soon as I find a new place, and believe me, I'm looking, because I don't want to stay here. The same day that I move in is the same day that you're moving in with me. Okay? I just cannot wait.
You know what, Mom? If you can't find anything here in Lowell, let's go back to Lawrence. Or Haverhill, or whatever, Mom.
If I don't find anything here, I'm gonna go to... I don't care. But I will definitely work on that. Okay? I haven't searched for new apartments today, but I'm gonna get on it before I go to bed. Okay? I am so sorry that your Thanksgiving ended up like that.
The end of the day in Thanksgiving, but in the beginning of Thanksgiving during the day was fine, but the end of it. And Grandma had somebody over, and that person left us the exact fight.
So he picks on you to get a reaction. When he gets a reaction from you, look how he is. And I'm pretty sure your grandma, since she's so fucking cocky, she got embarrassed.
I'm just saying, like, it's just crazy that what's going on. And
it is, Papi, and I am so sorry. You know, Sabi, I just wish I didn't allow her in your life as much as I did. Paid it really, really hard, really royal.
You know what else? And who else that I didn't, that you should have never allowed in my fucking life? Dad. And I was like, this, you know what?
I know,
I wish you
Papi.
never came in my fucking life. And I wish I was a fucking bastard all my fucking life and never met you. Yes.
I am so sorry,
papi.
papi.
Outside of my chest, that I wish I was a bastard, that I never fucking met him.
Sabi, the reason why I moved to Lowell, it was for you to be close to your family, because I knew how it was not to have family around. Me not having family coming from Puerto Rico, I knew how hard it was for Christian to grow without a father, and I didn't want it that for you. But like you said, it was a mistake, and I understand completely how you feel. I just didn't know he was gonna be that type of dad. I didn't know your grandma was gonna be that type of person, Sabi. So
all I know is I'm gonna get dissolved by the fucking family if she dies.
no, you're not.
Hopefully not. Hopefully not.
No, you're not, Xavier. And you know something? When she dies, it's gonna be with you the whole time, every time you go to the funeral. And if somebody tries to mess with you, it's not gonna let that happen. I'm just letting you know. If he's not going, it's my... And neither or are gonna let anything happen to you.
I'm gonna explain to the whole family what he did to me back in the day, and how he was to me back in the day. Because a lot of people in the family don't know about that and about us.
No, who the fuck throws a Timberland boot to your kid's head? Who the fuck does that?
How was I with you?
I don't know, maybe 5 or 6 years old. 5 or 6 years old. I know you told me, and I confronted him. He's like, oh, I'm sorry, I just didn't understand him. Of course you don't understand him. You're barely in his fucking life. All the time it was your grandma picking you up, your grandma and your grandpa. That's all it was.
Alright. That's just fucked up.
It is fucked up, Sabi, but you know what? That's the past. It already passed. I know it sucks because you don't have a good relationship with him. I know it sucks, Sabi. I don't have a good relationship with Grandpa from Connecticut. And let's not talk about my mother. But Sabi, you learn how to live with that. And you also learn how to understand this and assess the situation. Meaning, you are not at fault. He picks on you to get a reaction. And of course, he's gonna get the reaction because of your disability. All right, baby, I love you. It's hard, Pisces. Let's continue this. I was gonna say Sabi, that's how I call my son. My apologies with the change of energy, Pisces. Look at the regrets card right here. You know, I regret moving to Lowell. Just, you know, I wanted my son to grow around family, and he did, but the family was toxic as fuck. I don't speak about it, Pisces, because you know it will end up in court. But this lady called social services on me many times, and these times that they investigated and closed the investigation, I didn't know it was her. Okay, she worked in a Lowell community college for over 20 years, Pisces. So she knew most of police, she knew social services because she was doing enrollment. So if social service will send a mother to go to college, they'll call her. If they do any events at the college for those mothers, she will be there. You know what I mean? Thanksgiving 2009, I broke up with my ex-husband. At that time we were boyfriend and girlfriend because he was talking behind my back with the new wife right now, the wife that he has.
If your ex-partner got a new boo a week after the breakup, that boo ain't new.
So we broke up because of that. And I used to go to her, even though I was not with her son anymore, I consider her like my mother, you know? In Thanksgiving 2009, she did not have anybody in her house, like she does a big party. It was just me, my kids, her two sons, because she has two sons, my ex and an older one, his daughter, he's gay, so his boyfriend was there. That's it. And there was a lady over there. I remember her very well because she looked at very lesbian, like a dyke type of looking. I'm not judging, I'm just saying I remember her because she, besides being a dyke, she looked kind of, you know, strange, but it was the energy that it was telling me, wah, wah. That was what happened. Her son, my ex, say, hey, you know, nobody has weed, can you bring some weed? I'm like, sure, no problem. And I brought the weed and we were going outside and smoking. At that time, weed was not legal in Massachusetts, okay? So I go over there, bring the weed. I think I brought pies from Market Basket. So when everything was done, this lady asked me if I can give my son's legal custody, and I said no. And she's like, hey, you know, I can watch your oldest every weekend because, you know, you're doing your promotion and stuff like that. I said no, you know, kids are not little dogs that you can just give them away, right? I didn't think any of it. I go back with my ex-husband, and when I got pregnant for our first child, my ex, her son, he says, hey, I'm gonna take you to court for joint custody. And I said, no problem, you know. I didn't think any of it, you know. I said, me and my ex-husband said he's probably jealous because we're having a kid, so he wants to be more, you know, part of my son's life. And you know, I did it. I didn't think any of it. Okay. Then while I was pregnant, the DCF a few times in different pregnancies, they were called, you know, they open an investigation and the investigation will close. So by seeing, I give them the joint custody. I'm trying to see, the legal term is called 51As. When somebody reports you to social services, it's called 51As. Okay, so there were all the 51As after that. You know, they couldn't find anything wrong but a lock that I had outside my kids' room. So when I put them to sleep, they don't get out of the room while I'm sleeping, because I already had one of my kids Pisces. Windows were locked. Doors were locked. I get a knock from a downstairs neighbor saying, hey, your son was outside. And I'm like, how the fuck did he get outside? So after that, I say, you know what? I have put him to sleep. And then he got out of the house. How the fuck he got out of the house? Like, all the doors were locked, everything. There was no way that child could have. And we were joking around, Pisces, about, oh, he's a X-Men child because he went through the walls. Pisces. Social services found a problem with that lock. And he made me take it out. No problem. This lady started again on 2016 with the 51As. And you know, there were people that will come to me and say, hey, that lady talks bad about you. And I'm like, what you mean? Yeah, that you're not a good mother, that you don't take care of your kids. And I'm like, but this lady is supposed to be like my mom. And then, you know, I told her, hey, somebody told me this. Oh, that's not true. That's not true. Pisces, in Father's Day weekend 2016, a detective knocks our door. It was around that time. And he was asking for my ex-husband. My ex-husband wasn't home. He left me his card. He said, I cannot tell you because this is under investigation, whatever the case may be. So I told my ex-husband. My ex-husband gets a hold of them. And then he goes to the police station to talk to the detective. I couldn't go in. When he comes out, wow. Pisces, I'm going to talk about this because maybe somebody's going to go through this or is going through this, or somebody needs to a warning because it could happen to you, Pisces. But when he comes out of the detective's meeting, he tells me that his older daughter, she lives in East Providence, Rhode Island, came to Lowell, Massachusetts to the police station to accuse her father of, you know, touching her inappropriately back in 2008. So late 2013, okay, I put something as on Facebook, and then my ex-husband's family started attacking me. My older son got in the conversation to defend me, and then Denise, his sister, she goes, oh, and you're the reason why my nieces, which is my ex-husband's daughters, don't want to go to his house to see him. Because, you know, right there, she said that my son raped her, something like that. So I print that out. I go to Lowell District Court and I said, this is what it's talking about my son. So I want to get to the bottom of this, because if I went to Providence, Rhode Island to confront that bitch, we would have gotten into a fight. Mind you, they didn't like me already because they tried some fuckery with me. And, you know, I talked back. I didn't let them fuck with me. So, you know, she talked back. She's, you know, I think, yeah, it was one time that I had to call the police on my ex-husband. He got arrested because he didn't want to leave. And I was cooking. I threw some eggs. I mean, we were not even together. He just went over there and he was just bugging. Okay? So he grabbed me in a way, right? And he was, you know, really squeezing me. I couldn't breathe. So what do? I beat him. I almost took that chunk out of him, Pisces. Anyways, we get back together after all that fuckery, and they didn't like me. Oh, well, you know, my family don't really like him either after the domestic violence. But, you know, it's they're not gonna treat him bad. You know, my family respected. That's what I want him. And, you know, they respected me. Anyways, Pisces, long story short, right? Around, I think it was July 6 or July 7, 2016, I go to the basement. I'm washing clothes. I put the kids to sleep. They were in my room. The house was messy, Pisces. I was a whole week in bed rest. And it was because I had bruised ribs. I had doctor's papers of that. But do you think social services use that? No. So I put the kids to sleep in my room. I've been cleaning the whole fucking day. You could see trash bags here, trash bags over there, trash bags over there, full, because I've been cleaning. So I come back upstairs. There were trash bags knocked down, and you know, the kids, they got out of their bed. They got out of my bed because they were in my bed. They got out of the bed and they started, you know, running around. They knocked some stuff down. I said, oh my God. I said, okay, get back to sleep. I go back to the basement, and then a police officer knocks at our door and says, do you know where your children are? And I'm like, oh, fuck me. They got out of the house, right? The 3 boys. They get out of my room, go to the living room, and open a window to go to a neighbor's house that the one that just called me, he used to hang out with him at that time. So that family was on vacation, and a neighbor saw that there were people in the backyard, so called the police. My daughter was sleeping. He said, I know you got 4 kids. Can I see the other one? I said, sure, no problem. I let him in the house. He saw the house messy, and he called social services. Because I was under investigation, and because my ex-husband was under investigation for touching his daughter inappropriately, the children get removed. Even when the investigation for my ex-husband was undergoing, we were treated like if my ex-husband really did that to his daughter. You know, it was very hard. It was very hard, especially for somebody that is a good parent. You know, I'm sorry, Pisces. It's the first time I talk about this. Can you believe that evidence in court for DCF not to get in trouble about them making me take the lock? They open a window in my bedroom so they can say the children escaped from the bedroom, not from the living room. And no matter if I said that's not true, they did not believe me. Of course, Pisces. It's when a child gets taken away, it's over $1 million that Social Security gives to DCF. DCF then spreads the money into, you know, the things that the children need, foster care, things of that nature, Pisces. They really, really, really messed with us to the point that, you know, all we needed was help. You know, they condemned the house because they had mice, and also they were saying, no, the city said it has foundation problems, you guys have to get out of here. So DCF says, because you don't have a place right now, we take them away. Instead of helping the family. They did not help the family because my ex-husband was under investigation of something that he did not do. You see, in 2008, my stepdaughter comes home with a book that the school gave her. And Pisces, this book, it was about the body parts and stuff like that. So, you know, I saw her, you know, like, and I was like, you know, whenever she's not, you know, looking, I'm gonna take that book and put it away because I don't want none of my kids to look at that shit. So supposedly that day she was taking a shower. We used to live at a duplex at that time, a 2-bedroom duplex. She called my oldest son, and my oldest son went upstairs, and she opened the door and she was naked, and he told me, he said, close the door. But the one that called me, he said, no, my son went in. So when the detective came, I said, listen, you need to talk about this. Oh, don't mention me. Fuck you, bitch. I'm gonna mention you. Okay? He didn't say anything, but since I went to the court to square that out, yes, the judge did not give me the motion, but it's an affidavit. It's on a record, Pisces. Regardless if you go to court and you get denied, it's on an affidavit. It's on record that you went to court for that. And it was the reason for that investigation to be closed. Because it doesn't make no sense how come back in the day she said it was my son, and then in 2016 she's gonna say that was her father. Now his family already knew about this, Pisces. Okay? And they did not say anything. So when the kids get taken away, they invite us over there and they say, you know, we're gonna help you guys to find a new place, but you gotta be in our terms. And I'm like, what you mean? You know, you're not gonna help me and have a wild card to disrespect us. You know what I mean? On top of that, you should have told us that she was saying this about my son and about my ex-husband. So, you know, if they would have said anything, we could have, you know, investigated and even send social services over there, because, you know, it's like, how can you get curious and do something with your stepbrother and then say, oh, he raped me, oh, my father did this to me, a few years after? It didn't make no sense. So that investigator said, you know, not even 6 months went by and that investigator closed that that investigation. Sometimes it takes 2 years on the table, but no, he dismissed it right then. But we still had, you know, struggle with these people because they, you know, they didn't want to handle us, the kids, so easy. And after that, Pisces, you know, if I wanted to get a job that had to do with kids, I will be shut down. People from the industry, entertainment industry, I don't care what people think about me, but it had affected me on business as well, Pisces. You know, I didn't talk about this, but today I am. This son that we're talking about, it was the only one that didn't go to foster care, because I said he have mild autism, he has family, let me leave him with his family. But I didn't know that it was this lady doing all this in, how you say it, all these false accusations, talking about that I didn't have soap for me to take him a shower. You know how kids are, they empty stuff for bubble baths. You know, and there were times that I didn't have any, but I had to go get some. It doesn't mean that, you know, we stay like that. I mean, you know, although she don't open the windows couldn't open. You know, it was too much. How the system is broken and is meant to fuck people over. I am a survivor of that, Pisces. You know, and I still believe in police, and I believe that some parents are not fit parents, and you have to save those children. But when you get a license for that, and instead of saving children, you're just creating a business so you can get more fundings, Pisces, it's evil. It's evil. How you put kids through so much, and I'm not even gonna talk about what my kids went through. My two oldest, because my two youngest, they were blessed to have a Puerto Rican lady, and she even said, I know you guys are good parents. I don't understand why you guys got your kids taken away, because you could tell that the kids were not neglected, that the kids were well treated, were loved, Pisces. So the time that my son was with his father and his grandmother, introduced him to alcohol and cocaine and also weed. So when I got him back, I got, you know, somebody representing. I'm not judging, okay, because I also represent, you know, but I'm not an active person. When gangs were created, Pisces, it was for unity, for support for the community, because of discrimination, because of hate crime and all these things. But you know, there is always a rotten apple that has to ruin the other apples. You know what I mean? When I tell you, I met these OGs from Latin Kingdom, some of the OGs, Pisces, they don't have regrets of creating Latin Kingdom nation, okay? They just have regrets of trusting the wrong people that turned out to be rotten apples. So if you tell me, how do I serve my nation? I get those manitos to straighten their lives. I have done that. I'm so proud of that. You know, they get to stop stealing. They get to stop getting in trouble, stop selling drugs, getting a job, at least in a fucking factory. Guess what? They have a job. They paying child support. They get to see their kids again, Pisces. And I'm proud of that. But Piscean, it's been a struggle with my son, experimenting drugs, you know, having depression. My son was not like that when I trusted in that lady. My son was not like that. But people like to talk about, oh, look at, you know, look at Xavier, look how he is, oh my God, what is the mother? But nobody wants to talk about the grandma, what she did, all the things that she did for her to have a joint bank account with my son. It was just to manage his money, to manage the inheritance. Grandpa left him an inheritance. When that grandfather died, Pisces, my son was here. He died in 2018, September 1st, 2018. It was September 1st or September 8th, either or. It was the same day that my ex-husband moved out of the house. Something happened and I said, if you don't leave, I'm gonna call the police. He's like, give me until tomorrow. And that was the tomorrow that he left, Pisces. My son was still here, and I didn't even think about to find out what the grandfather left him, because I was not interested of that. I said, you know, if that money will come in handy, let's say someday I'll die, my son will have something. He wants to get a place and he wants to furnish it. There is the money. He has a baby, someday he will have a baby. He has a baby, there is money for you know, for him to be a good parent. You know, money to invest someday. You know what I mean? But this lady got really greedy with that. Yeah. So now she cannot stand the heat. And she wants to get out of the kitchen. I cannot wait to die. I cannot wait to die so I can stop seeing this. What a fucking bitch. You are very lucky you 50, no, that you're 70 something years old. But if you put your hands on me again, I'm not gonna care you 70 something years old. Back in late June 2016, she put her hands on me. And my ex-husband stopped me from fucking the shit out of her. Oh, she put her hands on me. Then after that, she called the police. The police went to my house. I was not in my house. That was a day that I had an event with my drag queen and her kings and queens. So I had to be at that event, then go home to pick up my kids. When I went home to pick up my kids, she was in the front door feeding my kids. Oh, they were hungry. There is food over there. Chinese food from yesterday. Oh, but this is fresh. And I said, I already told you not to come to my house because I already confronted her about 51As and her talking bad about me to people. No, I didn't do it. No, I didn't do it. When I got that lawyer, you know, the court lawyer for our case, he printed out the 51Bs. 51Bs is everything about the case, okay? And he said paternal grandmother. And he said, listen, it was the grandma. So when I say, hey, I got proof, I got receipts. Oh, they were not supposed to tell you that. In Puerto Rico, they don't play that shit. You want to accuse a parent of not being a good parent? Your name is going to be there. And the parent is going to see who is reporting them. Not here, of course, it's a business, Pisces. It is a fucking business. So I hope this painful experience that my family went through open your eyes, Pisces, because not every paternal grandparent that wants to be there for their grandchildren is not out of love. That ex have a criminal record that I didn't know about. It's disgusting. Is the reason why that if I'm dating somebody is gonna get a Corey whether you want it or not. I don't need your birthday. I don't need your social security. I will fucking get it. I will get it, Pisces. Because I have children, small children now. I don't have 2, I got 4. When I went out with him, I only had 1. But Pisces, I didn't know he has such a shitty ass fucking record. And you know, it doesn't surprise me that when I got my son back, my son was the way that he was. Of course, it was under her care, you know. She didn't care about her kids. It was the type of mother that the weekend came, babysitters, let's go. You know, she did a lot of this and a lot of this. You know, her son had problems with her, and when he had problems with her, he spilled the fucking tea, talking about this married guy with a motorcycle going over there to just, you know, smash and then leave. You know, the party, sometimes he will wake up and there will be drunk people laying with him. One time there was one naked. Oh my God. But yeah, that's how that ex grew up, with his brother. And his brother moved out of the house. He didn't want to deal with that shit. You know what I mean? Oh, but you know, she moved from what? Rochester, New York to this area to, you know, make a new life out of herself, get her shit together. Congratulations, you know. I'm proud of you for you to, you know, move away and, you know, build a new life with people that don't know how much of a fucking whore, coke whore you were back in Rochester, New York. It's okay. It's okay. You know, then you get a government job and you get so, you know, greedy for money. You don't think there is a place for people like that? Somewhere, definitely not in heaven. Who am I to judge? Pisces, I think this conversation, I am so sorry if it's annoying, you know. I don't remember which one of you said, you know, I love your life, your life is so perfect. My life hasn't been perfect, my loves, but it's how you take things in life, you know, how you let that affect your spirit, Pisces. It really sucks. If I can turn back time, I will definitely keep that lady and her son away from my kid as much as I can. There is so much that you can do. You know, he was paying child support, but child support was like what, $5 a week? Not even Pisces. Sometimes it was $1 and something, and the audacity for child support to print a fucking $1 and something child support check. You know, why don't you gather it all together and then send me one monthly check? It will have been $5, maybe $6. You know. Well, Pisces, maybe you needed to hear all this, Piscean. Maybe there is somebody out there that's praying on you, praying on your children, Pisces. It's disgusting and sickening. They do exist, and they're out there, Pisces. Piscean, I got your cards. I've been having your cards. The first one is the Emperor. After that, you have the Magician. Then you have the Nine of Wands. After that, you have the Two of Wands. You have the Lovers. And last but not least, the Nine of Pentacles. What is this telling me? I swear, Pisces, when I had these cards out, I would have not have this energy after speaking with my son. Now I gotta go pee. Hold on. I heat up my coffee too, Pisces, because it's going not so good. Okay, Pisces. So, Piscean, you might think that some people, yes, some people see you less of what you are or who you are, okay? But Pisces, you also have people that respect you, okay? This also represents a father, a parent figure. It could be a father, it could be a mother, Pisces. This is self-confidence. This is power, Pisces, okay? This is courage, Pisces. Maybe this is a type of parent that you don't move out of the house until you buy a new house or until you get married. Pisces, this is you planning to explore different horizons, whether it's moving out, whether it's traveling. But Pisces, look, there is the Lovers over here. So I don't know if you wanna go travel, maybe for Christmas or New Year's Eve, or you went for Thanksgiving Day to this lover. Okay, Pisces, this is self-sufficiency, this is also strength. Okay, but this right here, you wanna be independent. You want to be in a relationship with this person, and I think your family is, you know, no, that person is not from here, I don't know their family, I don't know that person well, da 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 da. Look, you are the one that's gonna perform oral sex to that person, right? The one that's gonna lay right next to the person, right? It's gonna smell that person's fart. Don't say no to me, Pisces. Don't say no to me, okay? You're gonna be the one tolerating that person, and I'm not saying it in the wrong way, Pisces. I'm saying you're gonna be the one in the relationship with that person, so nobody should have a say or to choose who the fuck you're gonna date. If it was up to my family, if I dated the person that my dad wanted me to date, you know, the thing about it is, he wanted me to date that guy because there is a possibility that he was cheating on my mother with his mother. I didn't know that until not too long ago. It was a family that me and my family, they and my family are very close. And I'm not gonna say I didn't like the guy, but it takes more than like for me to say, okay, I want to be with this person. Or you can be drop dead handsome or drop dead gorgeous, and that's still not gonna be enough for me to say, oh, I want to be with you. You know, like sometimes guys see a big fat ass and a bad looking chick. Oh man, oh, I will marry you, and she'll start with her butt cheeks. Let me stop, because you know, not all big booty girls are bad. You know, I know some girls, and quite frankly, I know some girls that say, I wish I didn't have a big butt. And everybody's like, what you mean? How can you say? That brings attention. And I totally agree. You know, sometimes I wish I don't have a 36D. You know, because when I put like a push-up, you can see it. You know, and sometimes it's like I have to put like a pin over here. In many cases, I do, Pisces. You know, I'm so happy with my little booty, because I don't want to bring, I don't want to get any extra attention for my looks. You know what I mean, Pisces? But Piscean, all this situation is making you, you know, wanna be with this person and not to tell nobody, Pisces, because you know there is unfortunately a big disagreement. You're gonna have regrets talking to your family about this person. It's gonna cause chaos, and you're afraid that this person is gonna take off on you because, you know, all these rackets, Pisces. So, you know, you're balancing decisions, you're keeping stuff a secret, Pisces, you know, but you are very disciplined about these new beginnings. You could have a child, and maybe it's the reason why, you know, they wanna, you know, they want to try to have a say on who you're gonna date or not, because the child that you have, maybe this person has a child and they don't want somebody like that for you. I mean, You can't tell me to date somebody because that person has a child. I'm the oldest with my mom, and I have 2 brothers after that. These 2 brothers don't have kids, but they have stepchildren, Pisces. And I'm so proud of them because, you know, they did not let children that were born before you were even around the picture to dictate if you're gonna date that person or not. You know what I mean? So next year for Father's Day, I'm gonna get my brothers something because, you know, they're stepdads. They're doing the job. Regardless if the father pays child support, if the father picks them up every other weekend or every weekend or whatever the case may be, it's not my business. You know? Even if the father is involved in their lives, you are, you know, at home with them. You know, and if they need somebody to talk to and you're there, you're gonna be there for them too. You know what I mean? So that could be a problem, Pisces. Maybe you are young, just got out of high school, and you are contemplating a new beginning with somebody that has a kid already, Pisces. You were not in the picture when that happened. You're the only one that knows what's best for you. You're the only one. Don't let nobody control your future and your destiny because they feel like it, Pisces. Oh, I made mistakes. I don't want you to make the same mistakes. Thank you so much for caring about me. You know, sometimes, Pisces, the only way that we learn is through our mistakes. So make sure that you don't conceive so soon. You know, get to know this person very well before you jump into a relationship. You know, talking about moving out of the States or moving out of the house. You know what I mean? Make sure, Pisces, that this is the right person, not just because of looks, not just because they're making good money. Us Pisceans are not like that anyways. Maybe this person gives you a sense of security, that you'd be like, okay, you know, everything is gonna be good. Everything is gonna be good. In the beginning, everybody is on their best behavior, Pisces. Okay? Only time together will tell if this person was faking the funk at the beginning or if that's how they truly really are. I wish you the best of luck, Pisces. That's what I have for you. Take care. God bless. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome Friday. God damn. This really turned out to be fucking bonkers. Well, you know, not the read. It's like almost the whole hour before the read. But Piscean, keep my son in your prayers. Please, keep my son in your prayers. Because there is so much that a mother can do. You know, I hope you don't go through this. I hope you never go through this, Pisces. And if you have, you already know. We learn from our mistakes, Pisces. We don't stay there dwelling. We move on, Pisces. But sometimes all we can do is to keep these loved ones in our prayers, Pisces. Again, that's what I have for you. Take care, God bless. Have an awesome, awesome, awesome Friday. See you next time.
Desde el 2007 soñándome los bro. Recuerdo ver la cocina, el control y radio. Yo me imaginaba lleno el escenario. Qué buenos momentos, gracias Dios por el don.
Algo que viene por ahí. Esperemos que salga esa canción. El rollo.